and in this video we're going to be looking at power. So power is simply the rate at which work is done. So power is the rate at which work is done. So implying that, let me just write that properly, implying that power is the rate at which work is done, and then we know we'll use W to represent work, and then we know once anything is given a rate, it implies that there's an aspect of time changing. So we're going to have T, not delta T, but T. But in most cases, you can represent that by delta T. So this is simply what we imply when we say power. So a simple deconstruction of the formula would give us power, because we know work is force times distance, and then a force. Okay, let's just use force times, and then I'm going to use a d to represent distance, and then this is over, sorry, and then this is over time. And then according to SI units, we know, wow, that does not look good. And then according to SI units, we know that force is a Newton times distance, we always use meters, and then time is second. But now remember something. Remember when we said when we have a Newton moving in a certain direction, moving with a certain displacement, we used to call that a joule. So then that is a joule per second. And then once you have joule per second, that gives you a watt. Not work, but a watt. And watt is the SI unit, or watts perhaps is the SI unit for power. So let's say we've got, let me give you a simple illustration. A simple illustration. So let's say we've got a girl who happens to carry a 50 kg. Let's say we've got a girl, and then she happens to carry something of mass 50 kg. Yeah, sorry for that one. Oh, and then this girl happens, let's say a girl whose mass is 50 kilograms climbs a post of height 8 meters. So she climbs a height of 8 meters, and then she takes 10 seconds doing it. She takes 10 seconds doing all that. Let's say, what is her power output? So notice that we've got her mass, we've got her distance, which we represent by small letter d, and then we also have got our time. So power, in this case, notice that we have mass and not, and power requires us to have force, so we have to convert this mass into a force. So the only way that we can convert a mass into a force is by us using our weight formula. Weight is equals to mass by gravity, or multiplied by gravity. And then weight is simply a force, so I can substitute my weight and put a force. And then I know that my mass is 50 kilograms, is 50 kg. And then to make my life easier, I'll use 10 newtons per kg and not 9.8, which is a gravitational constant. I'll use 10 newtons per kilogram. So kilogram and kilogram will cancel out, and then I will end up having a force of 500 newtons. So now that I've got this force of 500 newtons, I can simply plug it into my equation for power, because I know that power is equals to, let me just go back to my formula, is equals to force times distance. I now have my force, which is 500 newtons. I do have my distance, which is 8 meters, and of course I have my time, which is 10 seconds. So then my power will be equal to 400 watts. 400 watts. And just like that, we have solved a simple question on power using basic understanding of the basic principles. So if you've enjoyed the video, please like, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.